You are when you say you want some bullshit. You about to say something.
I think that's business.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's putting us out there as attractive.
it's putting us out there.
While
as
this right here is
attractive, and
playing, I
don't-
just want
I
to
don't
know
think we
like
ever
your
were not
thoughts on
attractive,
it.
But I think
Just
certain-
just
feel
for a
like
few
there's
minutes
small
of it.
pool of candidates if you want to stay
I end up
within,
watching this
your race or
if you wanna,
this clip
I do. I do. I feel
like
like
yesterday or the day before, I
quality,
can't remember.
You know, and I have
And I wanna
standards.
know
People
your
wanna say
opinion
that I'm
on it.
picky, but I have standards.
And everybody else
And
will
I
be
think
able to hear what we
finding
have to
and I
say.
think there's nothing wrong with that. But I think finding a quality black man is like finding a $100 bill on the sidewalk in Midtown Manhattan. If it's there, it's not going to stay there long. And I'll give you a quick example. I had a
All right,
girlfriend
may I
call
remind
me.
black men now are on
This is
Twitter.
Issa Rae,
I had a girlfriend call me and say, listen, this
She's
guy I went
talking
to
with
college with, he's a doctor.
a
He
doctor
just got divorced. I want to
and
hook you two up. And she's
another
like,
lady.
I'm gonna
Issa
do
Rae from
some home and
Insecure?
try to
Yeah,
get in touch.
this
I
is
said,
her.
"No,
This is what
call
she
him
said.
now."
I feel
She
me
was like-
personally
she was like,
that
"Well,
is
call him
ignorant and
later in the
biased,
week."
You didn't want that
but that's just
$100
my
bill
opinion.
away.
And you
But
know what?
Issa Rae
She said,
stands
"All right,
firm
all right,
in
I'll
the
call
stuff
him
that
now."
she's
She
saying.
called him and called me back.
I'll
and
let
said,
you
"He's
listen.
already seen
That is
somebody."
That's hilarious.
I've
Now,
got news
Marina,
for
you made jokes about dating white guys though.
Yeah.
Do you get shade for that? I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm on YouTube. You can go and see it. And I talk about dating white men, and it's not like I'm excluding dating black men, but for some reason, they focus in on that I don't want to date black men. Like my younger white boyfriend that I'm currently seeing is always saying.
I like how she said to him, my younger. Emphasis
Well,
on
I was
younger.
going to say to you, like, if you want to, just go young. Because you can raise them.
I will
and
say
make
Now wait,
them.
but Christina, I want to hear from Christina, because Christina, you're married, both you and your husband have PhDs, right? So you're sitting here all braggy and gloaty, right?
She is the envy of the table.
No, but I will say this. I just, I want to make sure people don't think that black men are unicorns either.
Exactly.
Right? There are plenty.
Thank you.
There are, I'm not going to say a plethora, but
Thank you.
there are some, and maybe, my thought process
Good
when I
black
talk
men?
to, listen, everyone comes with some.
I'll let you guys fight that.
Everyone
Now, that was a
comes with
professor
some
now.
assembly required.
I'm not saying great.
And so sometimes it can be a few batteries here and there. Sometimes it is a model airplane kit with no instruction. And it depends on what you feel you want to
Do you
right?
think-
And how much effort you want to put into
Do you
it.
think it
Oh
makes
my
a
God, I
difference
don't even
staying
know
in
if I
race
wanna
or
keep
staying out?
listening.
Oh
There's
no,
nothing
no,
wrong with somebody
this is
wanting to
interesting.
date
I
or be with
I find it
somebody
really
black. Unless you're
interesting.
white,
It's
that's
almost over with though. It's almost over with because I want to know what you truly think on it. All right, now here's Issa
So
Rae.
unfair, Larry. You're so unfair.
I've seen like black men and friends of mine. We've been guilty of seeing like black men date outside their race, and you give them like
You
know,
guys
it's
give black men a hard time.
But
I
black
see
men give black women a hard time.
Yes,
There's a
I
lot of
see
black men
you.
that won't watch Scandal
Because
just
of that.
because Kerry Washington's character is involved with a white man.
And I will say
Oh
that
no,
when
I'm
I
never
see,
watching it.
When I
No.
see when I see a black woman with a white man.
Nah,
or
see,
with
just it's
someone
almost
outside
over with.
the race, I tend to
Hold
be
on,
like,
it's
girl,
almost
you
over
get
with.
it. You tried, because I know you tried.
But I actually had
And that was it. I want to know, what do you think about that? Because I think personally that I feel that's so biased on her end. That's really biased.
It
I-
is.
But that's how a lot of women think though.
No, it's not. That's how one. I promise you, she is in the minority when it comes to black women because black women love some black men. Now, what I'm very frustrated with is when a black person, male or female,
Uh-huh.
gets onto a public platform and bashes their counterpart.
Uh-huh.
Like, as frustrated as I get with black men, I cannot, in good faith, get around some white folks and talk about how a black man doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. I'm gonna give me a white, like it's not happening, and I get frustrated.
Yeah.
I think we both get frustrated with our counterparts
Yeah.
within our race, but to get onto a public platform and bash each other,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is one of the reasons why we have so much racism towards us, because if we can bash each other,
Yeah.
why would anybody else show us respect?
I like what you're saying there. I like that. And I wasn't really trying to make this about relationships. I just want to know, like, when it comes to the black family, like, do you feel, just in your opinion, do you feel that let me see, I'm trying to figure out the right way to ask this exactly. Do you feel like the government or whatever, something bigger out there, do you feel like the black family was such a threat that they had to start removing?
Oh, yes, of course. When you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
before, the black family was, first of all, you had the male that was in the head of the household,
Uh-huh.
and a black woman knew
Uh-huh.
he is the head of the household. We trusted our man to make a decision, and if we didn't understand it, you know that submission, okay, he got it. Like, you look at those shows like Good Times, or any other show that had a black family centered around it.
Yeah.
There was no disrespect on either part. Like, they might have gotten into a little argument, but it was no bashing. They might have did the silent treatment, but they came together and they talked it out.
Oh, I gotta ask, since you brought that up, Good Time, who you think is the stronger father? Bill Cosby from the Cosby Show, or John Amos from Good Times?
I think they were strong in their own right because of and no, hear me out.
Come
because,
on.
No, because of the fact that you have to take in your surroundings.
Uh-huh.
There is no way John Amos could have used those same parenting styles for kids that were on the Cosby Show.
True,
And Bill
true.
Cosby couldn't have used those same parenting styles with especially with JJ. So, like, you got to think about it. You have one family that when they exit out that door,
Uh-huh.
their struggles are totally different.
But I mean, okay, you don't. When I guess by me asking that, more of the stronger figure.
I really feel like they both.
How are they both equal though?
I feel like that because I look at it the fact that as an educator, I have been in inner city and I have been in suburbia, and the way that I teach is totally dependent on my demographic. So I can't teach little Billy like how I teach, Daquan over here.
But we're not talking about little bitty Billy, because this is why I say that. I was listening to an interview, and this lady the psychiatrist talked really strong on by the time black boys hit the 3rd grade, some of them start to become a threat to that teacher, allegedly that white teacher.
Of course.
And so by that little boy being a threat in the school system already, and he may not have that male figure there, who would be the better male figure for him? The educator, as in Mr. Cosby, or Mr. Strongarm, Mr. Amos?
Because you got to think about it. There is no way, and I've seen this firsthand,
Okay.
where we have volunteers that come in
Uh-huh.
with my little black boys that are in an environment where they have to hide in the tub because there's drive-bys. If you ain't never experienced that, you can't say nothing to them, because it's like, how you gonna tell me when you don't even know what it's like to struggle? So what you gonna tell me?
But it happens though.
Look, but the man who was able to, okay, I live this life, I was able to push up out of it, or I want you to not make the same mistakes as me.
Yeah.
They're more inclined to listen, because you have to have some commonality with children.
Uh-huh.
If you come in there and, like I said, you don't even know what it's like to go home and your lights are off, or your last meal comes from at 11:30 when you go to lunch.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like. I see you roll up in your Mercedes Benz and your Rolex and your suit. What you gonna tell me? Now you talking about, come on now, son, you gotta pull it together. They gonna be like, nigga, if you don't get out my face. Now you have a man to come in there and they've been through it, and you be like, hold up, let me just take this shit off so you can understand I've been where you been. And you gotta get a little hood with them a little bit. You gotta come down to their level so they can hear you.
Yeah.
That's the only that's how it is. Like, it depends on that situation, that environment that the child is in.
Okay. All right. So you came in from an educator standpoint.
I mean, like, I know, like, and I honestly, being somebody that was, I grew up in suburbia, and my mom was very suburban with me. Then I got a little boyfriend, and he was always in and out of jail, and I thought I was a little hood rat. And I was constantly, like, writing letters to my boo in jail, and she had to put a block on the phone. Like, my mama had to come down to me like I was on, like, she had to parent me like a hood rat. Mama, like, what in the, you got it? Because I wasn't hearing that. Come on, baby. Like, no, that's not, what are you doing? My mama had to shake the shit out of me. Like, she shook the shit out of me.
Really?
Yes.
Do you feel that hurt you or help you?
It helped me.
How did it help you?
Because at that time, like, I thought this was what I wanted, and I was so used to, I knew my mama wasn't a threat to me. Like, I could talk to this man, like, or this little boy.
So
I'm
you
gonna write him
wasn't-
letters. Like, I wasn't scared in that situation because I felt like my mama didn't know about this situation. She wouldn't really understand. But it wasn't until my mama came down on the level that I thought I was at.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, hold up, this ain't what you want. And then she had my godfather come in and talk to me.
But by your mama being, you know, your age before, don't you think she went through that so she would know?
As a teenager, who trying to hear that? Who cares? Like, we hear that all the time. I've been where you are. So, okay. So, but I don't see it right now. All I see you is in your pumps and your heels, and you got your matching leather gloves.
It's
and
funny because
your pearls.
I always had this question here. I wanted to ask somebody, you know, around the same age as me and not like my mom, because me and my mom always had this conversation where I say them girls be the first one to book. And the boys, they kind of chill. Like, I was literally just telling my mama, the girls be out on the porch already, or done jumped off the porch, one leg already in the sand, and the boys be behind the screen door looking out the window like, you know, I'm going out there tomorrow. So
Lies.
no, there's some. I mean, you know, except for the little
Boys are just
bad
sneaky
kids.
because it's more accepted with the boy. Like, mamas kind of accepted with the boy. Cause it's kind of like, oh, he gonna be a little heartbreaker. My son, he's so handsome. Like,
here we
I
go.
mean, when you think about
Here
it,
we
how many
go.
times when you growing up did you hear how many little girlfriends you got?
Well, I had some braids when I was a kid.
Who cares? But when folks saw you, it doesn't matter if it was uncle or auntie, whatever. How many little girlfriends you got?
I may have heard that maybe once
Oh,
or twice.
whatever, lies. So now ask me how many times did somebody ask me how many little boyfriends you got?
How many times have?
None.
Why not though?
They were saying you better not have no little boyfriends. Don't get that little nigga shook.
But see, that's protection though. That's
It's
somebody being protecting over you.
Right. So you think about it. We were more held back, which caused us to want to step out. You can't speak.
Okay. I kind of when you said that, because it's like the more you tell somebody no, the more they gonna do something.
Right.
So that's not even at this point. That's not even about, you know, women taking charge. That's about being defiant.
Right. Now,
So you was a
little
little
boys,
delinquent.
I wasn't delinquent. My mama will tell you that's the only problem I gave her. Now, after she shook me and I realized, wait a minute, I got to go through this, just talk this. And like when real stuff started happening and I wasn't really ready for that lifestyle. And I was like, wait a minute. And my mom was like, oh, you didn't know? This what happened? I was like, wait. So I needed my suburban mama to come back like, oh, no, like, I don't think I'm ready for this lifestyle.
But what if that would have helped you? Let's say you'd have straight up bucked on your mama, right? And you'd have been in like this relationship with this prison thug.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped you later on in life? Because now you know what you don't want. Not by somebody telling you, but by personal experience.
I mean, I did it anyway. She shook the shit out of me.
But
and
you
then
still did.
afterwards.
So you didn't care.
No, it was to a certain level because at the same time, I'm still a little suburban girl.
I feel you.
I still talk to my mama. So even after she shook me, and I'm just like, but mama, I love him. I love him. When I told her I was thinking about losing my virginity, and she was like, to who? But I had promised her that we would have that conversation.
Yeah.
And so when she started, like at that time, I didn't need her to do that hood parenting. I needed her to be really the mother that I was used to, where we talk, we converse with each other. And she sat down, she started pulling out dirty peens and dirty cats. And I was like, what is this?
She showed you the pictures?
Yes.
Ooh.
And I was like, ooh.
That would have
And then-
scarred me.
Oh, who you tell? I didn't lose my virginity till college. I'm not ready. I changed my mind. But we had that conversation, and she asked me, would you take a bullet for him? I'm like,
But how old was you now?
I was 16.
You really, like at 16, your
me
mama
and my
asked
mother,
you that?
Yes, me and my mother had very.
That's too deep
because
for a
of-
16-year-old.
No, it's me.
Well,
Me and my
how?
mother were talking about sex when I was in elementary school. So I believe it's what your child is developmentally like. People were surprised that me and my mother would have the conversations that we did, but that was the relationship that we had built.
Now I want to ask you, given like how times have definitely changed since then, kids are losing their virginity now when they're like what, 10?
Elementary school. 'Cause,
Really?
Yes, they sucking thinglings and everything.
BS.
I promise you, you would be surprised at the notes that I was taking up with second graders.
BS. Like seriously.
Huh.
That's
These
a little too
kids-
early.
These kids see, like, this past week, we had a situation happen where 2 boys was saying that they wanted to see one of my little girls back that ass up, throw that ass in a circle. They was gonna break her pussy in, and they say,
Wait, how old were these kids?
8, 9.
You know what I was doing at 9 years old?
I was playing with Barbie dolls. What was you doing?
I was probably watching TV. I was terrible. At 9 years old. I ain't gonna lie, I was terrible.
But wasn't nobody thinking about. We didn't even know what. I didn't even know what. I didn't know what a pussy was. I knew what a vagina was. I didn't know what a pussy was.
I could tell you what I was doing at 9. I don't know if you could see it. I got a scar right here on my face.
What you was eating some dirty cat?
No,
I'm
not
just
that.
playing. I'm just playing.
No. Okay, you stupid. Remember how mayonnaise jars used to be glass?
Oh God, I was like, where is this story going?
No,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it sounded weird. It sounded weird. I know it did. But at 9, I threw a glass marinade jar and hit it with a metal bat. Glass came back, cut me in the face. That's what I was doing at 9.
But that sound like some typical.
Yeah, I went
9-year-old.
out here sniffing
Yeah.
kitty at 9 years old.
You'd be surprised.
Man, do you feel kids are growing up too fast?
I do, but it's because their parents are not. I would say like parents now are. Where it took some time for us to mature before you had kids. Parents
Yeah.
are now a lot younger. The grandparents are a lot younger, and they're exposing their children to a lot. Like my students like to talk about what's going on Love and Hip Hop. They like to
Oh
talk
my
about
God, man.
how you saw that what's that new scary movie with Jason? Was it Jason?
You
Was
talking
it
about
Freddy
the
Krueger?
new one? Oh no, that Friday the 3rd, that Halloween movie.
So they like to
whatever.
talk about that. They're watching these videos on YouTube and it's not regulated. So they're able to see anything.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Mhm.
and I don't know who may hear this, who may not. I think those are the most ignorant shows ever came out. Love and Hip Hop, Housewives, what's the tattoo one? That tattoo
Black
show,
Ink.
yeah. All that stuff
Oh,
is
it's so
pure.
ignorant.
It's ignorant. It's
It
it's
is.
nigga-ish, just niggism
Right.
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if it was up to you and you had to guess about it, what would you do? I mean, if you had to, not guess about it, but if you had the power to control how these kids, what would you change?
What would I would change what they're exposed to. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like, okay, because these kids are growing up too fast. So by them growing up fast, somebody has to do something. Because apparently the parents don't give a damn.
Right.
Because I know a grandmama, no lie, this lady's a grandmama at like 33,
I could believe
34
it.
years old.
Oh, I definitely
That's
could
young.
believe
She's
it.
still a baby herself. She don't even know how to raise a
Shit
kid.
at all.
So,
And it's a cycle.
okay, that's better. I can ask that better. What do you think would be the best way to start that cycle?
We don't talk to our children.
Mm.
We let them find out through word of mouth. They find out on YouTube, TV. We don't have conversations with our children. We let them talk however they want to. Because I hear, like, I was watching this one Instagram video, and you might have seen the little video where this little girl, she's rapping now. Cute little girl.
Uh-huh.
And there's another video where her mama she was like, ooh yeah, but she was talking about her day one day and she said, yeah, this girl pissed me off. And so I was just like, did this little 6-year-old say somebody pissed her off? She's either 6, 7, or 8. Either way, she's too young to be saying that somebody pissed her off. And that pissed me off. I'm like, what? Are you serious right now? And I think that we give our children too much freedom too fast.
So what do a child know about being pissed off?
They know what they hear from their parents. Like, I know people were not allowed to curse around me. They weren't, like, in adult, for instance. When our parents had adult conversations,
It was like stay in the child's place.
stay in the child's place, and then if it got too real, what they tell us to do.
I got punched in the chest one time.
Oh, shit. I ain't never get punched.
I got hit in the chest. When my mama said stay in the child's place, she meant that. It wasn't no jokes or games about staying in no child's place. You had to
Yeah, you did.
stay in the child's
But
place.
when those adult conversations got too real, we had to exit stage right. Like, okay, why are you still in here? You need to get up, go play a game. And so a lot of times when I could be talking to my friends and I get it, like, you know, because I'm young, I sometimes forget child is in the room, and then my friend just be like, excuse you, go in the other room and go play. Like, because we remember. Now, one of my friends, her daughter, when her dad's grandparents are talking,
Yeah.
she's in the room and they talking about people, they cursing, and she's still in the room, and then they'll turn to her and ask her what she think. Who the hell cares? She's
Somebody's asking a child this?
Yes.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something, which I'm not mad about. I seen something where somebody was actually saying it's healthy for kids to ask questions.
It is. But however, it's not healthy for kids to gossip with adults. Because I asked a lot of questions.
Agreed.
I asked a whole lot of questions.
I'll agree.
But it's not help. Like, one thing I could say that I will always give my mother props for. My mother's the baby of 8 children. Her and her 4 sisters did not always get along.
Yeah.
Now, one of my aunties and my mother started beefing real hard. And I don't know what happened. It was a voicemail that my mama left my auntie, like, you gonna basically catch these hands where I see you. And so I guess my auntie let my cousin hear it. So my cousin and me and my cousin are about 18 months apart. My cousin caught herself trying to chin check my mama. So my mama told her, hold up, that's my sister.
So it wasn't going down like that.
Yeah, and no matter what happens, that's going to always be my sister. You are my niece. Stay in your place. This has nothing to concern you. And my mom told me, I don't care what me and my sisters are going through. That is your aunt, and you will forever show respect.
I heard
you
that.
You don't need to check them about anything that we have going on.
I heard that.
So, yeah. So once my mama checked my cousin, it had no problems no more. Like,
see, I asked you that to bring up a very, well, this is an opinionated question, okay? Because about a kid standing in the kid's place and you know, being defiant. All this ties into, I want to ask you this. Now, I know this is real taboo, but I want to ask you straight up. Remember Kanika Jenkins?
Yes.
Her mom is filing a $50 million lawsuit against the Crown Plaza where she died at. What do you think about that? Now, I bet you may be wondering, like, how does any of this?
Yeah, I'm saying here,
but
like,
it ties into the fact of kids being defiant. Remember, this girl was young now.
She was.
And she went to this party, which I'm probably sure her mama really didn't know what she was at. And then she ended up dying there. Now, we seen the videos where it looked like some foul play was going on.
Yes, it did.
So, I mean, who really knows? I know you got the conspiracy theorists out there that talk about what may or may not have happened. But at the end of the day, the girl left her house, her mama's house. She ended up dying that night, that morning. So I want to know, what do you think about that? And what do you think about the lawsuit?
So let me ask you this question, and I might need some clarity on it.
Okay.
The people who booked the room, they were underage? So no.
I don't think so. I think they may have had, because it looked like it was some older people there.
Okay. And from my understanding, and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
When they went to investigate, they covered up a lot.
It was a whole lot covered up.
So
remember, some of the video footage was missing,
right?
Because the girl was in the hallway, and then it's like the next little thing, she was like near the kitchen or something.
Right. So I don't feel like, yes, she was wrong, but did she deserve to die for, like?
No. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I don't want to get a misinterpretation like that's what she get. She died because she went there. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when it comes down to like the parenting and the kid, like, do you feel that could have been avoided, or
everything could be avoided? Like, you think about Michael Brown. Michael Brown could have been avoided. Like, it's a whole bunch of situations that could have been avoided. But if you played a part in that situation, you played a part.
Oh, okay. Now I'm about to do something. I'm about to flip something on you.
Okay.
And this is straight live too. So you can it's we never had this conversation before.
Okay.
I never even said nothing remotely to this because I wanted to get your exact reaction recorded.
Okay.
I'm about to play devil's advocate / God's angel.
Okay.
What if it was in God's will for them to die that way for a bigger purpose? Remember, God does everything for his own reason and his own purpose. We don't know that. What if it was meant for some lawyer that's like some future lawyer that's 12-year-old now. That's like, man, this could be looked into on a deeper level, like the traditional system. Like, something needs to be done. Or hotels, or some 10-year-old kid that's really big into security. Like, you know what, if these cameras could do without glitching, or if if this feed was going to the police station as well as the security, as well as the hotel security, like he found a way to wire that way, do you feel like a situation like this would never happen again? So do you believe that in a weird way of them dying like they did, it was meant for some bigger purpose later on in life?
No. Because I feel like we have to be very careful, because that's how we make non-believers continuing to be non-believers. And we have to be careful with that, because a lot of times that's the argument that non-believers will say, like, your God causes all this pain, your God does all of this. And we have to understand God is not a genie. Like,
very true.
We have free will to make decisions. He knows the decisions that we're going to make, but he gives us the choice to make a decision. Like, you think about it, how many times have something come up and we know we ain't supposed to be there, and we have a choice. It's so tempting, but we have a choice, and then we find out later that something crazy has happened.
Be like,
we
woo,
have
I avoided that bull.
Right, but we had a choice.
Yeah.
Like, so how does that I think we also have to be careful and sympathetic or empathetic when we say things like that, because
I was just curious.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, how does that benefit that child's mother? When they wouldn't, somebody who was lost, somebody dear to them, to hear, oh, it was God's plan. Like, how do you think that makes that person feel, and how do you think that helps them to keep their faith?
I guess I asked that because on the opposite side of the spectrum, when somebody run into a whole lot of money, like winning the lottery or they get a car, there's some strange things that happen. Then they be like, oh, that was in God's will.
But they had actions. They had choices that they made. God knew it would happen.
Yeah, but they don't say it then. So I guess I was just trying to close in that gap a little bit.
Right. I think you can't say that you were gambling and that was God's will.
People do it though.
Yeah, but just
they be like, because of God, I played this slot machine and I won $5 million.
But so how do you get rewarded for a sin? Like, how does that work? And I think we also have to understand that just like God is watching us, and we ask for God to order our steps. That voice that we hear a lot of times, that's what we prayed for to ask. Now, if you didn't pray to hear that, don't think that you're going to hear it, because you didn't ask for clarity to hear that. You didn't ask for God's guidance.
Very true.
So we also have to understand that the devil was also an angel. And the devil knows
I think
the
people
Bible.
keep forgetting that.
They do. So that's why we have to be very careful with the songs that we listen to, because he was the angel of music.
A lot of people really don't know that.
Yeah. So,
and he was very beautiful.
Yes, he was. So a lot of times, everything that we've ever wanted, everything that we thought could happen, and it's so beautiful, but we get it in the most ugliest ways, you got to ask yourself, is that God or is that the devil?
I got to ask this. This is a complete side question, okay? So I know you're probably going to look at me funny. Is it gay for a man to call another man handsome?
Shut up.
I was just saying.
I feel like if you are secure, think about it. You have...
Because you got girls that call each other beautiful. Oh my God, girl, you look so good. That looks good. And I ain't saying no dude be like, hey man, those jeans look good.
Yeah.
But do you think it's gay for a guy to be like, you know what? That's a handsome guy.
I don't. I feel like that's a very secure man, because if I ask you, you say I got a homeboy for you, and I say, well, how he look? Man, what you mean? I ain't looking at no dude. What you talking about? Man, shut up.
Wait a minute.
You know if that guy looks like.
I'm quick to say I ain't judging no dude.
Whatever. You know if by a girl standard, if he's if
like he may get chicks.
You know if your friend hit like you do. You do. That, and I feel like when a man tells me, man, I ain't judging no dude, your homeboy ugly, that's okay. I'm good.
No, but that ain't the case though. Some dudes just straight up don't judge other dudes.
And then I feel like if you gotta do all that, like because most of the times if I ask that question, if the guy look good, my homeboys say, man, he get girls, like, yeah, like he get a few chicks. He ain't no bad looking dude. Okay, I could do that. But if you say I ain't judging no dude, he ugly, he hit. That's okay. I'm good.
Like,
I got a boyfriend.
Don't bring this possum swamp possum around me.
You're like, yeah, no, I'm so good off of that.
I gotta ask you, have you ever hooked your friend up with an ugly dude? just because. Like that's you
Like,
ever did
get
that
on
before?
my
I ain't gonna lie. I set my homeboy up for the kill one time.
Oh man.
I had to. He got me. It was only fair I got him back.
But you know what? I will say this.
Don't tell me you're gonna be like one of those. Beauty is in the behind.
No.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
what I've noticed is what is like some of my friends, like I just be like, girl, well, what were you thinking? Because I got this friend right now to this day. She swear her ex was fine, and I'm like, girl,
He just may not be
where?
in your type.
Man, look, when I tell you I wish I had a picture so I could show you. Like straight, and I was like, girl, he must have put some roots on you or something, or the D must have been like bomb. Well, how did you even get to the D? Because he just, like the way she described him, I
Wait.
was like, oh, he must be an Adonis.
Wait, I gotta ask. Was he broke?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Me and my homeboy say this all the time. Don't know better. Nobody fuck better than a broke nigga.
I'm like, what?
He gonna drop it on her. You.
Broke and illegal. Like,
Oh yeah, he was probably digging her through the floor. You hear me?
I was like, and that's what she said. And to this day, she's just like, girl, he's so fine. And I just be like, girl,
Did you
what
say you thought he was Adonis?
I did, and
I
I
mean, like,
and I
just a
met him,
warrior.
and I told her the other day, I was like, girl, you swear he look good. And so she said that somebody that I was talking to, she was like, he is not cute. Girl, he look better than your guy.
Yeah, see, that's that crazy stuff. But I must say though, this right here was absolutely a good talk.
So we gotta have a part 2.
Yes, we are gonna have a part 2.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna tell you while we getting ready to get off, cause Ready to Love is coming on, and
Oh
that's
my
my
God.
show, and we definitely have to talk about it the
I
next
wonder-
one, cause it's right here in Atlanta.
I wonder who else gonna be thinking about this show here. Ready to Love.
We should talk about it when it go off.
A whole bunch of black folks. Porch monkeys.
No, oh, wait a minute.
I'm
No,
just
what I
playing.
love about this show is that it's professional men and women that are dating and trying to navigate this whole love scene in Atlanta.
You said professional?
professional.
So what about the people that are good guys and good women who are not professional? Because it's somebody right
Okay,
now
so
with
they
a
all
heart of
together.
gold
Okay, that's good.
that works at Burger King
That's
that can
fine.
get a man for nothing. And
That's
it's
fine.
a dude that works at
Mhm.
CVS that no girl pays him attention to. But
You
he's a
see
hard
this
worker.
table? You see this table?
Yeah, I see it.
I bought that table. I earned that table. You see them two things on the wall?
What?
Those
Talking
two
about the
pieces of
lamps?
paper? No, those 2 pieces of paper. I earned that paper. I need somebody that's not only gonna bring a table. Let's upgrade the table. What
Oh
you
my
gonna
God! Here, so you
do? But let me tell you, if you are a manager at Burger King, you making good.
you
like,
said a
got
manager. What
a
if he's
manager.
just a regular cook?
I'm sorry, sir.
So you mean to tell me you won't be willing to work with a guy?
No, I'm not his mother.
Oh my God!
I am so tired of the discussion that a woman has to work with some. Why can't
What's
you?
wrong with working
Why
with?
can't you come? Why can't we both come to the table whole?
Now let me say something like that,
Why?
and I get bashed because they'll be like,
No,
"Oh,
you won't. Not for me, you won't.
that's you." But to the world, I would get ridiculed.
But you have the right to. At this point in our age,
Mhm.
we are 29 plus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you were talking to me when I was 21, I'ma work with him. He's so cute. We might can make this work. I'm too old for that now. I need
So
somebody
you-
that has been established.
So a guy that has potential, he's completely out of the picture.
I don't do potential now.
Bullshit. All right, we're gonna end
We
this
gonna have
right
to,
here.
I don't do
So
potential. I'm
we
not
gonna
your
end
mama.
this right
I can't
here.
do what your mama
I
can
must
do.
say this was a good talk, but we will continue it out. The More About Nothing show. Holla at us.